All right, good morning, everybody. I'm Dr. McCoy. I'm the principal here at Allderdice High School. Obviously, I was wishing that we'd be able to start here on time in person, but that's not the case. So I know we're going to do our best and work our hardest to make this the best experience possible for you all. I know your teachers are working really hard, and I know you guys are going to give the type of effort that we need to be successful each day in the classroom. So it's the first day of school. This is your homeroom period. You're going to go to your time slot 2 right after this. Just like you're expected to check in on time at 7:36 for homeroom each day, same thing for all your classes, because you are going to start at the beginning of class. So for example, time slot 2, 7:57, you want to make sure you're logged into that class on time as well. The class may not be the whole period. It might only be 21 minutes. It might be 30 minutes, depending on what the teacher's going over. But you'll be expected to be there at the start of every class, okay? What will this first week look like? Well, I mean, certainly some of your teachers are going to start digging into content and doing things with the material you'll be learning. But a lot of it's going to be getting to know the students. Some of these teachers, most of them probably have never met you before at all. Some teachers you may have again, and a lot of you ninth graders are just starting off, so you don't know any of your teachers. So they'll be getting to know you over the first couple of days. I'm sure they'll be going over expectations for Schoology. Make sure you know how to upload things, how to download things, where to get information for class, how to contact the teacher. So a lot of those things will be happening throughout this first week, these first 4 days of school, okay? Some people don't have computers right now, and our teachers are aware of that. We're working on getting those. The district is doing that to get all students to have a laptop. It's a problem they're having at schools all over the country. But hopefully we get this figured out pretty quickly so that everyone's on the same page and we can get going from there. So during homeroom, there'll be announcements each day like this. It won't necessarily be me. A lot of times it'll be students or maybe another principal or whatever it is who's doing the announcements. So I do have a few for today before I touch on a few other things. All right, first one, auditions for new and returning members of the Allderdice Chamber Choir will begin this September, so this month, okay? Interested students and experienced singers should check in with Mr. Schreiber, and his email is jschreiber1, that's JSCHREIBER, then the number 1 at pghschools.org. Check in with him for more details, okay? All right, so the nurses, they will hold virtual office hours daily from 9 a.m. to 1 p.m. Use the code NHLUIWC to meet with the nurse. That code again is NHLUIWC to meet with the nurse. And I would just say, if you need more details on that, on how that process will look, you can email the nurses, kyalch1, that's KYALCH1 at pghschools.org, or lcompel1, LCOMPEL, the number 1 at pghschools.org, okay? All right, last announcement. Any students interested in joining the golf team should contact Mr. Slosky at jslosky1 at pghschools.org. That's JSLOSKY, the number 1 at pghschools.org. So we have fall sports that are starting at this time. Golf is one of those sports. So if you're interested in playing golf, contact Mr. Slosky. Okay? I'm sure there'll be more announcements in the future, but there was just a few for this first day. Now you're going to be going to all your classes today. You're going to check in on time. You should have the bell schedule. It was sent home. It's the same as it has been. I do want to go over some expectations, so I'm going to share my screen briefly with you all. Okay, pull up my PowerPoint here. So first thing, welcome back, Dragons. This is September 8th, and we wish we didn't have to have a late start. We could have started already, but we're ready to go, and we're going to do our best to support you from day one. Our expectations for e-learning, that acronym DICE, for those of you who have been here, it's the same as it's been. We want you to be dependable, innovative, courteous, and engaged at all times. If we were in the school, we would have these expectations for, the hallway, the classroom, the cafeteria, wherever you are. But in e-learning, we have these same expectations. Just a couple things that are going to be the same across the classes. We want you to be dependable by logging in on time, meeting the teacher's expectations regarding learning in Schoology. It might be different for each teacher to a certain degree. Innovative, think outside of the box, show creativity, express yourself, show your curiosity. This is what have made our Dragons such special students over the years, that they are innovative and creative and think outside of the box. Courteous, maintain respect in speaking, communicating, and appearance, and that is certainly pertains to online learning as well. And only unmute your mic when you are the speaker. That's important to know your teacher's expectations for that so class can run smoothly. And engaged, we want you to always stay engaged, but certainly contribute to the chat only when prompted to do so by your teacher. That could get a little bit out of hand. So only when your teacher asks you to share in the chat, maybe it's a brief check-in or whatever it is, to gauge your understanding on something, you should make sure that, I'm sharing my screen here. Make sure you follow the teacher's directives as far as chat goes, okay? So those are the main things I wanted to go over with you. I hope you have an amazing first day. We're going to do our best for you. I know you're going to do your best, and hopefully not before long, we're back here in the school building. But we're proud to have you all either back as dragons or here as a dragon for the first time as a ninth grader. But we're going to make the best of it, and I think it's going to be an amazing school year. Thank you for all that you're doing, and have a great first day.
Thank you. Now please stand for the Pledge of Allegiance.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.